Today I'm joined by my guest Tanya Ball of Asset Acquire. Tanya, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. Pleasure to be here, David. Thanks.
Really nice to have you. Tanya, today we're going to be talking about Property Deals Insight. I know you're a customer of theirs at the moment, and you've been using their service. So tell me, what was life like before Property Deals Insight came along, and what they're providing to you at the moment?
So before Property Deals Insight, my process was very much manual. So as you can imagine, you reach out to vendors, um, trying to find out what their situation is, and then you take their details away, you do your due diligence, you stack the deal to work out if it's actually a deal or not. But all of it was very, very much manual. But now using Property Deals Insight, it makes it much easier because, when I speak to vendors, I take their details, I plug it into Property Deals Insight, and it gives me an instant valuation. I then share that with the vendor as well, just as a token gesture. Then they have a report where they can compare with other properties within the area too. Sometimes it's a bit lower than what they expected, but I explained to them that oftentimes estate agents will inflate the prices slightly just to get their custom. So and that can also lead to deals falling through. So I tend to have those conversations with them, and I think it does add value to the relationship that I'm building with them as well as making my process much easier. So it
So
was very manual before.
it's allowing you to manage their expectations as well from day one in
Absolutely.
terms of both the value of the property, but also what you're going to do for them in order to realize that value.
Absolutely, exactly. So it's definitely shortcut some of the tasks because before, it take me 4 to 5 hours to stack a deal. Now it takes me, 20 minutes to half an hour. So much easier. I mean, obviously there's still a bit of legwork that has to go into stacking the deal, but it has definitely reduced the time that I spend doing that task dramatically.
Fantastic. And what about the people at Property Deals Insight and the sort of backup that you've had, technical support, if you've had to interact with that? What's their service like?
Their service is really good, actually. So, one of the first deals that I stacked was it was 4 apartments, and so I had to stack each one individually. But what I done accidentally was I put the postcode in, and it picked up the entire building. So it gave a evaluation that was much more than what it should have been because it wasn't focused on the individual units. So I reached out to Nitin and I said, why is it giving me such a random number? And he said, because the square foot was wrong. And that's because it looked at the entire building as opposed to the individual units. So once we fixed it, and he was really good, really quick at coming back to me. But once we fixed that, then the valuation was more accurate than what it was before. Then I shared that with the client and they were happy. I was happy because I thought something was broken. So it was good to know that nothing was broken. Yeah, he was really swift in his response.
That's good. So it sounds like you're getting great service and it's a great product. So I take it the answer to my next question is yes, but would you recommend this to other agents, other brokers, other people dealing with investments and properties? Would you be recommending their service?
I would recommend their service because I've tried a few different tools and I think they all have their strengths, they all have their weaknesses. And for what I use Property Deals Insight for, it definitely helps my business and it adds value to my clients. So I would definitely recommend them for sure.
Excellent.